Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have...
Oh, great leap! Goal! Santos! The ideal start!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And he was alert to it. Tries to play it through. Dani Olmo. And he plays one through. He has found the way through. Messi. That's a good ball out wide. That's going across goal. Beckenbauer gets it away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Dani Olmo. Cruyff. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now this could be a chance. Puskos. And he shoots! And he's stuck it away. And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. That was a given, it always was.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Alexander-Arnold receives it in a wide position. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Aimed beyond the defence. He's picked his way through. Now it's Ferran Torres. McAllister is the team's great visionary. Now it's Dani Olmo. He's found a way through. Dani Olmo couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
There's the shot! Yeah, he's fouled him there. That has been cut short. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Santos really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it.
Approaching the half-hour mark. Looking tidy in possession here. Dani Olmo. Messi looking to receive it in space. In with the challenge. Dani Olmo really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Bruno Fernandes. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Puskos. McAllister. Dani Olmo can see things others simply cannot. Marquinhos. Great vision, and he's worked it through. Costa Curta. Roberto Carlos. Cruyff. Ball played for Kukçu. And it's Kukçu. Now that looks a decent ball, and he's picked it up out wide. He's had a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Applies the finish! Lacking in accuracy.
Carlos clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
He's having a pop! It's run loose. Oh, what has happened here? Great chance! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Benfica have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he's quick to return it. And he's in on goal, takes a shot!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That has not gone well. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. Can he finish? And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Benfica with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Messi, and he's had it nicked away. Hernandez. Now, can they get him away? Big chance! Costa Curta tries to clear. Oh, that's a key interception. Romero. Dani Olmo. Short changes him with that pass. Roberto Carlos. It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely aimed pass. And it's Cruyff. Now that's well seen too. Alexander-Arnold. Nicely weighted ball. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Rijkaard. Could be danger here. Oh, that's fabulous. Gets the shot away! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Substituição no time do Santos.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Camisa 10, camisa 20, camisa 16, camisa 21. Deixando o campo para a entrada
Hazard.
dele. Camisa 11, camisa 14, camisa 13.
That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Teremos uma substituição.
Benfica still have the cards to affect this game. Marquinhos spots it and intercepts. Hernandez, who's set up one goal so far. He's shifting through the gears here. Terrific effort, and again. Goal! Santos! And they're back in front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Camisa 18.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substituição.
So we have further activity on the bench here. This looks very much like a shoring up of the rear guard.
Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat.
Santos leading now.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival, Ibrahimovic. That's destined for the flank. Ibrahimovic! Ibrahimovic! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Benfica really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
He's got away. And it's Neymar. Played out wide. Not the most accurate pass. Kukçu. Now it's Doku. And he's managed to get free. Can he get onto this? Didn't squeeze it through. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Pedro Neto. Tries a shot! Oh, and the keeper couldn't hold it. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Wriggles his way through. Can he get on the end of this? Shot could be on. Played in. Tries to get it clear. This is their second corner of the game. And he can clear it away. Benfica are looking to go forward now. Shifted it to the flank. Ibrahimovic. Oh, shooting chance! And no mistake. And right near the end, we have parity. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Back to parity, and there's barely... And that will be it. A good watch, more than a good watch, actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course, although if you look at the overall balance of things, neither did enough to win this, and I think the result is quite fair.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, these are desperate times. This is a critical fight for survival. They simply must avoid defeat. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We're up and running then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, here's a player who can contribute in so many ways. Theo Hernandez. He's shown himself to be not just an effective crosser, but capable of excellent passing from deep, as well as being a pretty decent finisher. Playing for the right team, he probably could get himself into double figures.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Benfica clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And now they can clear their lines. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos finding himself in space. So no chances falling either way for the time being. Beckenbauer providing an outlet on that flank. Nunez receives it in. Goes for a shot! Roberto Carlos. And it's Conte. Looks to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Conte. Benfica, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Cruyff, looking to be a menace in the final third. No, it's come to nothing. And here's Cruyff. Pass somewhat off target. Cruyff. Puskas!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Spread out to the left. He's shifting through the gears here. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's a fine interception. He's going to be disappointed with that. And that has left him in a heap. Pedri. That has not gone well. Couch. To Guardiola. Beckenbauer. Spread it left. Kukçu. Oh, terrible pass. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Antonio Silva. Now Costa Curta. No, that's been intercepted. Roberto Carlos. Pedri. And it's Cruyff. Puskas. Oh, good spread. That has found him in acres of space. They've won a corner. And we have our very first corner. Should get the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. He has found the way through. Couch. Can he finish? Goal! Fluminense! And Fluminense take the lead. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Costa Curta kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Guardiola. Guardiola. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
It's a sharp little ball here. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, important interception. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Benfica unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
He's found a way through. Costa Curta promptly onto that, and that is that. Nunez is herring after that one. And this is Couch. He's picked his way through. Out of play for a goal kick. Conte. Cruyff. Tries to pass it through. It's a promising position. And he was alert to it. Azar. Now it's Azar. Oh, that's fabulous.
Oh, great feat, that.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Costa Curta defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. It's a good foot in there. Not the most accurate pass. And the shot! A real chance. And
Substituição no time do Fluminense.
time then for the first substitution of the game.
Camisa 15. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 22.
Kupchu.
Neymar. Camisa 5.
Almost an hour gone. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Pedri. Neymar. Pedri tries a shot! And he's stuck it away! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Fluminense are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Dembele, now it's Puskas. Nicely weighted ball. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Fluminense couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Aimed at the far side. Pedri. Now he's got space here. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. This is the shapes to shoot! Neymar. Great defending, strong and determined.
Teremos uma substituição.
Neymar with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Roberto Carlos gets a foot in here. Hakimi made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. Looking for the run. Great work on the overlap. Oh, that was vital. Beckenbauer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pedri running with the ball. Nice control. Beckenbauer did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And the return pass. Now it's Messi. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Musiala. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And pushed us! Now, who's going to be first? Oh, he's been caught, and again! And he gets rid in a hurry. Darwin.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Neymar. So that's it. It is all over. Oh, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end virtually unavoidable. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Benfica desperately failing to